Hi, I'm Rob Robillard. Welcome to my blog, A Concord Carpenter Comments. Today's tool review is on a Milescraft product. It's the Milescraft Router Guide Kit. It's model number 1223. The Router Guide Kit comes with three different components, which are all individually kind of cool. The first and probably the simplest one is the offset router base. The offset router base basically has this large handle and allows you, you mount your router here, it allows you to hold the base kind of away from you, and it gives you more stability and more control, as opposed to holding the router in tight. This gives you a little bit more stability, more surface area. Really cool base, very useful for a lot of edge routing and things like that. It's got this thick, heavy thumb release to release the base. And the base is interchangeable in all of the Milescraft products, and it's got all these different holes and things to mount on your router. So that's the first one out of the kit, probably the simplest one. Certainly not the most exciting one. Another one that's kind of cool is the Edge Guide. The Edge Guide I like a lot. It's got this mounting head where the base of the router actually sits in, and you just line up these arrows. There are two arrows, and once they're lined up, you just turn it and it locks in. And to release it, just press the thumb release. The thing I like about this, let's take this off because it's heavy. The thing I like about this is this gives you complete control when you're doing edge routing. If you're going along the edge of a board or a column or any kind of work, it's completely adjustable. There are these T-nuts inside the guide here. This is the guide, and this aluminum rail is the arm, obviously, that the guide slides on, and it can route up to 31 inches if you invert this. So if I took this off and turned it around, I can get up to 31 inches from the center of my bit to the edge of my board. The base itself is a little rough. But Milescraft already thought of that. They put 4 holes in here so you could mount a board. The problem with it right now is it currently measures, tape measure here, it currently measures about, 3/4 or 7/8 of an inch. You could add a board to this as long as you wanted, or a little bit wider, to give you some more stability on the edge of your board. So that's a really, really cool feature. I actually was playing with this, and I used it on this board here. I used it to plow this dado and a smaller dado, as well as I used it on the edge to put this little bit of a Roman ogee onto the scrap plywood. It worked beautifully, and I hadn't added anything to this yet. I will add a guide to this a little bit thicker, probably maybe something like 1.5 inches, 2 inches by 10 or 12 inches to give me some stability. So that's pretty neat. That's the Edge Guide. And everything pretty much, the Edge Guide and the circle jig, everything works off of this head and this aluminum arm. The circle jig is this. It's basically a pivot point. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little bit of hole here. And on this plywood, there's a pivot centering pin with a nail that I put in. And the pivot point sits on the centering pin and pivots. And it can be inverted. Remember, you have to align this T-nut. Keep forgetting to do that. It can be inverted, or it can be placed back like this. So when you align the T-nut, once I get it aligned, it slides on, and then you tighten to control it. Line up the center hole with the centering bit, and it just spins. This would be really cool for putting a half circle or some sort of like a radius on the edge of stairs. It could be useful for maybe doing some arch ceilings, making circles, or all kinds of different things. I recently had to make a bunch of circles for a local play, and that would have been useful for those props. So I'm going to show you how this circle jig works. I'm going to take a moment to lock it in place here. Again, we line up the 2 black arrows. Once everything is in place, we just turn it, and it locks in place. Safety glasses. I'm going to adjust this so that my bit is lined up. Okay. Tighten the knob. Everything is set to go. Here we go. that's it. So if we took a look at this, I basically just made, I didn't cut it all the way through because I didn't want to go into my table, but I basically just made a quarter circle. And this could have gone all the way around if I wanted to, or maybe I was doing the edge of a stairway or something and I wanted to do some sort of a radius. Very cool tool. This is the Milescraft 1223 router guide kit. It's pretty neat. It's a lot of fun to play with. I could see it being very useful for do-it-yourself projects, for carpentry work, for shop work, whether you're routing edges on a bookcase or built-in cabinets, or you're doing dados to maybe insert some shelving or dovetails or anything like that. This jig could be useful for setting those up, as well as a circle jig. It could be a lot of fun and a lot of use. I'm Rob Robillard, and you're at my blog or Concord Carpenter Comments, and we'll see you at the next tool review. Take care.